cannot believe I haven't shown you guys this yet. I don't know where my mind's been. What's going on, Cog Squad friends? Well, I cannot believe I haven't shown you guys this yet. I don't know where my mind's been. Oh my gracious. Mr. Greg did something for us and I haven't shown you guys this. Just my mind's just been whoop. But before we go do that, we gotta go move Fifi. We gotta move Capri back over to the girls. Get her out of Joe's pen and get her back over to the girls. What's up, Arlo? Hey buddy, you wanna tell everybody hey? Yeah. All right, we gotta go move Capri, buddy. Yeah. All right, so let's get Capri moved. She's been in there almost 2 full days. Everything should be done by then. Our good friend, Miss Terry at Old South Goat Farm, we've watched her do this before and she just leaves them in there for like 10, 15 minutes. So we're pretty sure after almost 2 days, everything should have taken place. So we're gonna get Capri out, move her back to her original pasture. All right, so let's get this done. Hopefully no hiccups, right? So I just unplugged the electric fence. No electric avenue today. And guess what, ladies? Capri's coming back. Whoop, whoop. See, Peaches is really excited. All right, Miss Capri, let's get you, girl. Hopefully no marathon running today, right? Fingers crossed. Hopefully Joe don't get out. All right, so here we go. The only thing we're worried about is before we were bringing her to Joe, so we really didn't have to worry about Joe getting out. But now we're taking her away from Joe, so Joe may try to get out. I may put the rope on Joe and just let Fifi out. What do you think?
It's not Fifi.
I mean Capri. That work? I think that'll work.
I want to see you get a rope on Joe.
I can get it on Joe. You ain't seen my cowboy skills.
I sure hadn't. They're anything like they were the other day.
So I'm thinking we'll just take this side down.
I think you better let...
And you just hold it, okay? I'm hoping they go in the porta hut.
She's in there. Come on, Capri. Come on, big girl. Come on. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. Come on. Joe's tangled up.
Come on, big boy. There you go. There we go. We got it now. Let's see if we can get her to just follow the fence line.
I think she will.
I think so too. Yay! Got her over here.
And you got your workout.
I got my workout. Not near as bad as I did last time, but
Look at the color of her white.
Yeah, Joe's done rubbed off on her a good bit.
How about Mildred? Come here, sweet girl.
Hey, Mildred. Hey, Paris. What's up, Paris?
Peaches said, welcome home.
Peaches woke up, didn't she?
Yeah. Now, you don't forget to turn that fence back on.
What do you think, Moody? What do you think, buddy? Well, y'all, that went smoother than I anticipated. I'm not gonna lie. Now, let me go show you guys something that y'all haven't seen and I haven't even talked about yet. Y'all come on with me. All right, let me go show you guys what I haven't shown you. I don't know why, but come on, let's go. right, so here we are on the back side of the dam. This is the back of our property. This is the 20 acres that is wooded, and this is where our creek is. And let me show y'all what Mr. Greg did for us. Now, we had talked about this, but I haven't shown you guys this, but Mr. Greg brought his bulldozer down here and cut me this little trail that we can drive our side-by-side down or walk down to the creek. I'm gonna get Brooke and the tape measure to see exactly how far this creek is from the pond, because this is gonna be something I hope that's gonna work as we're walking down through here. Now, the further we get down near the creek or near the bottom, the wetter it's gonna get. This is kind of a bottom down here, and there's underground springs pretty much everywhere throughout here, and that's what we wish we would have hit with the pond, but we did not hit one. But right here we go, we're getting close. Now, actually, Mr. Greg stopped the bulldozer right around in here. You can see where he stopped pushing stuff up. The rest of it, I actually cut with a chainsaw and got a good bit of it cleared out. You know, just this little trail area. I got this little spot cleared out right around in here. And now we got a good spot right here. Here's the creek, and I'm gonna show you that, but got us a nice little clearing here. I'm gonna clear out some more, all the trees that I got down, these little bitty ones, that I'm gonna clean all this up and get all this good and cleaned up. You see we got some beautiful large trees in here, hardwoods. We got bay trees in here because it is wet. We got sycamores in here because it is wet. We got some maples, some pines, some oaks, some hickories. We got some beautiful trees in here. Now, what's happening is, or what happened really is this area was clear cut. Now, I don't know when this was clear cutted, but this was all clear cutted, and that's why it's so thick in here. You can just see this undergrowth right here. It is absolutely just taken over. So what happened is this thick undergrowth will hinder these large trees. And so what we're wanting to do is just kind of thin it out and give these large trees a lot more room to grow, because these little trees are not going to do anything really. So that's our plan, is just eventually just thin some of this out and have a nice beautiful woodland area. But right now you can't even walk in here, honestly, not without a machete. And that's what happens when you clear cut and don't manage it and don't replant. Now, a lot of people will replant with pines, and that's what this previous owner did in certain areas, but not very much. And I'll go show you the front half of this wooded area here on our property, and you can see where he actually planted pines, and you can see there's no undergrowth there. It's just a beautiful pine forest. And you know, it's just kind of what I want in here, except just have a beautiful hardwood forest, or the native trees that are coming up through here. I mean, y'all, that whole area right there is Chinese privet, is what that is. That whole area, that Chinese privet has completely taken over, and it will just engulf this forest and just decimate it pretty much. So I want to get that stuff cleaned up and get it out. I'm really thinking about possibly getting some, you know, we call them brush goats, which is a term that we use a lot of times when you're talking about a goat that's just a mixed breed pretty much. You just call them a brush goat. And I would not mind maybe adopting or finding some brush goats and put some temporary fencing up and just let these guys clean up a lot of this stuff for me. And then I can come back in and thin out the little saplings and stuff that's really not gonna make it in this woodland canopy. And I think that would just be very beneficial for this forest, instead of it being taken over by an invasive species plant that's not even native to our country. So that's my plan. Now, that's something that's gonna take a while to do, because this is 20 acres, y'all. And the mulching guy can't get in here because it's wet. So this is gonna be a hands-on project that I'm probably gonna let Mother Nature, like the goats, help me with. But in the meantime, let me show you guys what I got going on here. Now, right here is the creek. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous creek, y'all. I mean, look at this. Just absolutely beautiful. You probably can't tell it on camera, but this thing is just beautiful. It's crystal clear. It's just leaves in the bottom right now. It's not a sandy bottom. It's really a gravel bottom. And it is absolutely beautiful. It never dries up. It's constantly running. And it actually comes out of the ground on the corner of our property. You can see the gravel bottom right there. And so it's just a gorgeous creek. Super crystal clear, ice cold water. You can see it got a little mini waterfall here, and it just goes and goes, and it splits up and comes back together, and I just love it. And there's a lot of other like underground springs feeding it. You can see right here, there's also rain runoff that comes down in here as well, because this is the low point of our property. But all in all, I love this creek, and this is what I'm going to use, or try to use, guys, to help me with filling up our pond. Now, our pond is going to depend on Mother Nature to fill up because we didn't hit water. That's the location we wanted. We could have searched for other areas for the pond, but it would have been away from the house, and we just wanted to have the pond close to the house so we can enjoy it, walk over there too, and no issues. And so that's why we built the pond there. And plus it was already the runoff spot in the property. Most of all the rainwater goes to that area first, and then a lot of it comes down here. But we're trapping that rainwater when Mr. Greg built that dam for us. And that's why we're going to depend on Mother Nature to get that pond filled up for us. But I also would like to pump some water out of this creek. This is I don't know, this creek gets pretty deep in some spots, 4 and 5 foot in some areas. Now, how I'm going to pump this, because you're probably thinking, JC, you don't have any power here. It's probably not that much sunlight. Can you even get a solar power pump down here? Or are you going to run a gas powered generator? Well, my initial plan is to put a ram pump in here, and I'll go get my ram pump in a minute and show you guys what I'm talking about. But a ram pump works off of pressure and back pressure and siphoning. Now, I do not know exactly how it works because it's above my pay grade. It just goes over my head, but it does work. And so that's my plan here, is to install the ram pump, which will work off zero power, just strictly using water flow and back pressure and air. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's it's magical. Mr. Greg is the one that actually turned me on to the ram pump. He told me that his wife's parents, and as she was growing up, they basically lived off a ram pump, and their ram pump was a good bit of ways away from their house, hundreds of feet, and it filled up a tank, a big water tank that they had beside their house, and then they used the water tank for washing clothes, dishes, or whatever. And they did that forever, ever, until they finally got county water. I know the ram pump works. It's just will it work in our situation, and am I smart enough to get it going? The ram pump now, guys, is not a high output or high volume type pump. So it's not gonna come through here and just pump hoodles of gallons of water through here. It's not. It's gonna be a slow, steady pump, and that has not that much pressure on it. It's just gonna be a gradual flow, just a gradual, slow flow of water into the pond. So, you know, from my understanding is you couldn't use a ram pump for irrigation or anything like that that takes water pressure, because it's really not that much there, and it's not a whole lot of volume. So it's not like I'm gonna be pumping, you know, just put it this way, it's not like that pond's gonna be filled up in a day from this ram pump I got in here, by all means. So again, my whole pond situation is gonna be slow and steady. All right, so I'm gonna go get Brooke. We're gonna get a measuring tape and start configuring this whole system out, because this is something that I really want to start working on and get going in the next couple of weeks. And you know, who knows, maybe I can use the ram pump to pump water up to the potager garden behind the house, because that's going to be a lot of raised beds there. So I'm not going to depend on any type of heavy irrigation, and use that water to irrigate the potager garden. We'll see if it works. If it works, I got a lot more options out there that I can use this ram pump for a homestead. So if you've never seen one before, this is my ram pump. Crazy, right? Yeah, tell me about it. This is the inlet right here. So this would go, the water be flowing from this way to this way. That's the water flow. And I'll need, this is 1.25 inches, and I'm probably gonna need around 40 foot of this 1.25 inch pipe, maybe more. I'm gonna have to tinker around with this thing and to see if I can get it going. It may take a lot of trial and error, but I'm probably gonna start off with about 40 foot of this 1.25 inch pipe going up stream to the creek. And then the creek flow is gonna come into that 1.25 inch pipe, flow into here. Now this is a check valve of some sort. And so it has a valve or flap in it. It does like this. So when the water comes in, that flap's gonna come up. And it's gonna try to stay up because of the water flow. But you wanna push it down. This tank right here will hold air and back pressure. And then this is your outlet, which would go. And of course you wanna create back pressure here as well. So some scientific way, what happens is this flap will start going up and down, and then it's gonna create a siphoning type, back pressure type pump. Don't ask me how it works, because honestly I don't know, or the science behind it, but they work. So this is not some new thing that's came out. This is something that's probably hundreds, if not thousands of years old. I'm getting pretty stoked about it. I really am. All right, so I'm gonna grab Brooke. I need to measure how much pipe I need to go from here to the pond. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. You got the measuring tape.
I do. You gonna drive me?
I can. I can drive you.
What's the plan?
I want to measure and see how far it is from the creek to the pond, so I can just order the pipe.
Okay.
Get that going. There's your turn. Should have let me drive, shouldn't you?
Yeah, probably so. How many feet you think?
Honestly, I ain't got a clue. I'm terrible at stuff like that. And it don't have to go down this road either.
I was wondering if it would be better to go through the woods.
Yeah, just a straight shot.
But you do want to come in the water down here, right?
Yeah. I'll grab us a handful of those flags.
We'd have to put one at 100 foot.
Yeah. I'm not exactly for sure where it's gonna go, because I gotta have a pretty good straight shot with that pipe. So
as long as you know it's gonna be in this area.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be in this area for sure. Let's get a measurement and see.
Okay. So you want to just kind of walk straight from here?
Yeah, let's just walk straight from here and see how many feet it is to the
You know what I'm not
It's
good
not
at?
as far as it looks.
You know what I'm not good at?
What?
Seeing straight.
Oh goodness.
Well,
You got them Budweiser eyes.
no. Now look. That's not what I mean. I mean, is straight going this way?
Oh.
I want you to kind of give me a
Yeah.
direction to
Yeah,
what you
I
think
see.
straight is.
And you know, I may end up having to clear some out over here and we go on this side. to get it where I want
I
to.
really don't think that we're going to have to clear anything because we'll just be able to lay the pipe on the ground.
Yeah, you're true. You're right. All I
mean-
want to do is just get a measurement.
Okay.
Let's just get a
just
measurement.
the best way we can get through.
And we can add 50 foot to whatever we get
Okay.
measured on there, whatever. So let's do that.
Do you want to do that walk in and put
Yeah,
the flag
yeah,
down?
that'll work.
I'm going to come on back some.
Okay.
I'm going to start at this stick.
Okay. It ain't got to be perfect, but just as long as we got some type of measurement. All right, so here's 100 right there. All right,
Ready?
got it. All right, so here's my mark right there. And I'm gonna keep going. Okay,
Ready?
ready.
Okay.
So we're at 200 foot. So we are going the way of the road instead of going like a straight shot. And that'll allow us to have plenty of pipe. If we got to go around a tree or something's in the way, or whatever, I'd rather have just a little too much than not enough. Okay,
So that's 300.
300 foot so far. That's what I was thinking was 300 foot, so
I was
off.
thinking 450.
You was thinking 450? I was thinking
But I
300.
should have said that at the beginning because now I'm cheating.
It may be 300 if we went straight. All right, here we go. Now I'm on the back side of the dam. Look how well the dam's holding up, y'all. Not hardly any wash whatsoever, which is awesome.
My heart's about to beat out of my chest.
You okay?
I thought I heard a rattlesnake.
What was it?
This tape going through
Oh gosh.
that pine straw. All right.
It's warm enough for a rattlesnake.
I know it.
All right, there's 400.
Okay. Ready?
You ready? You at the end?
I'm at my end.
I'm glad we didn't bet.
Why?
Because it's 400 and say 45 foot.
I would have won?
If we betted, yeah, you would have won.
Well, I wish I'd said it out loud.
Oh, look at the deer tracks.
I just was looking at
You'll
that.
see the deer tracks right there? Got deer tracks there, up through here. I haven't seen any lately, but we do got them.
I saw a pretty big track the other day.
Did you?
It was down in this bottom. So obviously they walked that power line.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to put us a fence up around the fruit orchard.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Probably at least I know 6 foot they can jump, but I'm still thinking probably a 6 foot fence there, and we can put a wire, you know, or flags
Right.
up higher. But anyways, all right, so 445 foot. So that gives us what we need, and I can
Now we just gotta find the pipe.
got to start looking for the pipe. I mean, worst case scenario, we buy water hoses.
Right.
But
I
if we
think
can find the
come
pipe,
up
we
with
can
the
find the pipe.
less expensive option.
Yeah,
That's my hope.
yeah. Okay. Well, we shall see.
I'm ready to get this pond filled up.
I'm going to start working on that this week, unless the weather's crazy.
Well,
I'll
I
start
tell you
working
what,
on
it
I say
feels-
this week, probably next week.
It feels
Yeah.
like spring approaching summer right now.
It does, really does.
You should have heard the way that tape sounded rustling through the pine straw. And I was walking, I was like, I can't drop this tape. I gotta keep going. But I know it's over there.
Oh my
I mean, my
gracious.
heart was just.
Oh me, that's funny.
And to top that off, MaryCarl and I have been watching snake shows every night.
Oh goodness, yeah, that does make it worse.
It does.
All right, I'm gonna write me up a list, and hopefully we can get these parts for this ram pump thing
Hey, I'll go get them for you if you just tell me
Yeah.
what to get.
Well, get this thing going.
Get the ball
I say
rolling.
get it going. It may not even work.
Oh,
you
it
know,
may not.
It may not
I
even
mean,
work.
you got to start somewhere
Right.
today, right?
That's right. May not even work, but hopefully it is. Mr. Greg's got me confident in it, so
Well, maybe Mr. Greg ought to come over here and
help me with it.
help you with it.
I've been watching videos, so I'm gonna do a lot more studying on it to make sure I get it right. Oh, I know what else, guys. I told y'all I was gonna show y'all the difference between the planted pines versus just the non-planted part of the forest. So as you can see, he planted this with pines. Now look at where he planted with pines. Hardly any undergrowth, but look where he stopped. I mean, you can physically see exactly where he stopped. Look how thick it is behind that pine thicket. Yeah, and it's just overgrown, and 90% of it is Chinese privet, and it's just taken over.
I'm walking, but all these thoughts are running, yelling, catch me if you can. And I'm wondering if I should chase behind or stop wondering and try to take a stand. Oh, and they keep asking where the hell I'm going, who I'll be for the rest of my life. Well, I don't know where time is gonna take me. No, I'm just trying to take my time. I'm dreaming, and my coffee is steaming, getting colder with time. And I'm wondering if maybe all this dreaming is better left to the